Amigos, bien o no, el tema de hoy, momento decisivo, a breakthrough moment. This is el tema de hoy. So, over recent weeks, I've noticed happily with several of my students that they really have reached a breakthrough moment. They've gone from speaking quite deliberately to suddenly speaking with a very natural sound. Now, this takes time, but let me walk you through effectively the sequence of events we've worked our way through over the last several weeks to get to that point. So, to begin with, we have an audio of a text. This is important because this lets them hear how it should sound. That's the thing they can model against. So an audio of a known text. Then we have the text that we can look at, identify particular problem words if there are any, helps them understand the vocabulary, so now we know exactly what we're trying to say. Then we practice repeatedly combinations of listening and trying to repeat that sound, focusing first on terminal sounds of the words, because that's very important that each word is said clearly. Then we look at syllables within those words. Then we start listening again clearly, and we're looking for pauses, which help us modulate the language. This is what gives English its particular sound. And we're looking for patterns of common words we group together to help us form the sentences. Once we start to see these, then the speech starts to take on the normal modulation of English, because we can now say the words more clearly. There are less problems with phonic sounds. The words themselves we can hear distinctly, and now we're starting to group them together in the familiar language chunks that we use in English. So now we're starting to get the correct rhythm and cadence. And again, by listening again to the audio, we can check against it, and that's when we start having our breakthrough, because now we're speaking with a voice that modulates exactly like a native speaker. Try it. Cheerio for now.